Hey, we got a gloomy weekend. It's a long weekend. Everybody's feeling kind of snacky and cookouty and all that. So let's make some fresh salsa and tortilla chips. Okay, this really could not be easier. The first thing we're going to do is I have 6 Roma tomatoes. I've just quartered them up. I'm using Romas just because they have better flavor right now. I'm going to use a can of diced tomatoes, and I'm using the fire roasted. I just like them a lot. So you use whatever you want. We're going to add a small purple onion. And about 5 or 6 green onions. Use the green as well as the white. Okay. And I've got a nice handful of cilantro. Use the stems and the leaves. There's a lot of flavor in those stems. So we're just gonna poke that down in our blender. And this is 2 large cloves of garlic, about half a teaspoon of chili powder, and a 1/4 teaspoon of cumin. So just dump that right in. You can back off on this onion if you want. You can back off on the garlic if you want. Also, it was in there with the cilantro and the onions. I put in a jalapeno, just one. I did seed it. If you want it a little hotter, you don't have to do that. But I took the seeds out, and it was just one, about a medium-sized one. So I'm going to squeeze in a lime. This is a small lime, so I'm going to use the whole thing. And I want every bit of that lime juice, so, oh, there we go, much better. We're going to add a little salt. And some pepper. This is all to taste. Okay, isn't that pretty? Just so fresh and green. Okay. Okay, here we go. We're just going to pulse it. I'm not going to just turn it on and leave it blending because I don't like mine real smooth. If you do, then adjust your particular blender to whatever you need. But right now, we're just going to do some pulse on here. And I think that'll about do it. Here's our salsa. Let me get it all dished up and I'll show you. And here we go. Now, I'm going to taste it for seasoning, and then I'm going to put it in the refrigerator. The longer you can leave it in there, the better. If you can leave it overnight, great. Just a few hours, just so all these good flavors can blend. So I'm going to seal this up and get it in the fridge, and we'll get started on our chips. Okay, I'm getting our oil heated up. And I have some corn tortillas. I just picked up at the grocery store, and I cut them in quarters with a pizza cutter. Just stacked up and did quarters. So I'm heating our skillet, using my kind of a big iron skillet. In order to tell if your skillet's ready, take a wooden spoon and stick it in there. And if there's bubbles coming up around the little handle, then it's ready. And there is. So I think we're good to go here. So we're just going to take a few of our corn tortillas and drop them right in there. Don't overcrowd them. Just pop them in. A few at a time. And you'll see them kind of start to puff up a little bit. That's a little bit big. Let's try something smaller here. Oh yeah, this is better. See how they're starting to get a little puffed? Starting to get a little color. Having problems with them today. Just kind of flip them over. And you'll know when they're done. They just get a good crispy color. And I'm just putting them on a sheet pan lined with paper towels. And as soon as I get them out, I'm going to drizzle some salt on them before just a little bit. And don't worry about, just use regular salt. If you get the bigger grain salt, it's not going to adhere to the oil. So just sprinkle a little normal salt. And move on to the next batch. And they'll start to get a little more crispy as they cool. Listen, is that crunchy? That's perfect. So I'll get these fried up and we'll come back and have some chips and salsa. And here we go. Fresh homemade salsa and chips straight out of the fryer. So I hope you enjoyed learning to do this. I hope you make some. It's very, very good. I hope you have a good weekend, and remember that Memorial Day is for being thankful. I always have a little bit of a hard time saying Happy Memorial Day, but enjoy your long weekend. Thanks, and we'll see you soon.